Welcome to Little Blessings Online. We seem to have a problem. We're talking about light, but we don't have any. Andy, where are you?
I'm here.
Are you here? Hello? I can't
shall I
see
switch
you.
my torch on?
Yeah, that would be good.
Ta-da.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
What are we doing? What's happening with the light?
Well, we don't seem to have any lighting. We were doing blinded by the light, and the lights were blinded. They stopped working.
Yeah, we need it for this episode. What are we going to do?
Well, we're trying to put some money in the meter.
Okay.
Which should be good, but we can try and count down from 3, see if it's ready to go.
Let's try it.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
There we go.
And we thought we'd be blinded by the light, so we've got our shades on in case you're wondering.
Oh, Christmas lights.
Christmas
They're
lights.
not very flashy. They kind of sit there.
Welcome to Little Blessings Online. This is your toddler group, wherever you are, whenever you want it. My name's Jo, and this is
Andy B.
And we're so glad you could join us. If you want to keep in touch with us, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and sign up to the website.
More exciting than signing up to the website is we now have a Busy Berry Bunch monthly newsletter.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to get the newsletter, if you go to the website and you find a button that says newsletter and you click on that and you add your email address, and then we'll send you a newsletter. Because what sometimes happens is you look on social media and you don't quite see what you want.
Yeah.
We're not going to say that Facebook hides things. Of course they do. We won't say that. But if you want to make sure you don't miss out on stuff, latest news, stuff coming up, all that kind of thing, then sign up to the newsletter and you'll get one monthly newsletter.
Fantastic.
Which we will put together of all the stuff we've been doing.
Well, you won't want to miss what we're doing. So today on Little Blessings, it's Blinded by the Light. And our theme is light, isn't it, Andy?
Yes. Hence the shades and the darkness and the light. But the light always wins. It's funny, isn't it? You turn the lights off. You don't need a lot of light for there to be quite a lot of light.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, yes, we're going to look at some light pictures now. Can we have the first picture? Okay, so there we go. There's your first picture, and that's your light bulb. It's not a very bright light bulb, I'll be honest, but it's a light bulb all the same.
Ooh.
Well, you see, this one was sunlight. I was thinking about light sources, and there's different kind of lights that we can make. Well, this isn't a light source that we can make, but it's sunlight. So it's not just light; it's heat as well.
Yeah,
which is very, very cool. So, lighthouse.
Hey.
We like lighthouses. Lighthouses are very, very pretty, and this is a lighthouse. And what do lighthouses do?
Oh, don't they prevent boats and ships going into the rocks?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a warning thing. It says, stay away. It's not a come towards me. It's a don't come towards me light.
Oh.
Yeah. So, scary. Thunder and lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Yes, there's some lightning. It's very pretty. It's just not very pleasant when you're nearby. All right, and then we've got... I thought I threw it because it's not actually a light source, is it? It's a reflection.
Yeah.
It's the reflection of the sun.
But we've got like a moonlight that at night time, so you have a little light at night, which is sort of like
but that's not reflecting. That's just a light.
But it looks
instead of the moon. But that's the moon, which isn't actually a light. It's actually I suppose it's a light source, but it's a reflection of the sun. A little bit of astronomy. And if you've been in the shops recently, aside from the Easter for 2024 products already on the shelves, you might also find that there's stuff for Christmas coming up.
Yay.
So that's the wet.
Fantastic.
So yeah, Christmas lights.
Yeah, lots of lights there. That is our theme. We love it. And so our story is called Blinded by the Light. We're going to meet a guy called Paul. Let's find out what light's involved in this story.
Our story today is called Blinded by the Light. But first of all, let's call up Dave the dog to join us. Dave, hello.
All right, how am you?
Oh yeah, how you doing? All right.
Oh, I'm good, me.
Good.
How am you?
Your hair looks nice today. You had it cut or trimmed or something?
I went to the dog groomers.
Did you? Wow, he looks nice.
Have
Well
to go
done.
and keep looking my best.
Are you ready for the story then?
Always.
Right, we've got a new guy we're going to talk about in this story. It's called Blinded by the Light, and it involves a guy called Paul.
Was he singing?
No, he wasn't singing, actually, no. Paul was on his way to a place called Damascus. Now, Paul, let me just tell you about him. He's not a very nice person. He doesn't like Christians. He doesn't like people who are friends with Jesus. They're not his friends.
Does he like dogs?
I don't know, but he particularly doesn't like Christians. And what he does is he actually puts them in prison. He takes them and puts them in chains and puts them in prison because he doesn't like them. They're not his friends.
That's not good.
It's not very nice at all, is he? And so
He needs a timeout.
He does. So all the Christians and all the people who are friends with Jesus are frightened of him. They're quite worried when they see him. They run away and hide because he was very powerful and he could put them in prison.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, exactly. So one day he thought he's on a real mission to get some more Christians in prison. And so he's on his way with his friends. And suddenly there's this shining light from the sky. And he's so shocked, he falls to the ground.
Just checking for a blinding light.
No, and he fell to the ground. And his friends were a bit like shocked, what's going on? And suddenly there was this voice from the sky. Ow, did you say?
Oh, when he fell.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if he hurt himself, but he did go fast.
Was that the voice?
I think he was less worried about the ground than this voice from heaven.
Fair enough.
And the voice called him by name. Imagine that you heard this voice from the sky and it said, Dave, Dave, Dave.
What? You were? What?
Yeah, exactly.
Who wants us? Who's calling?
Well, he wasn't calling you. He was calling Paul. And Paul was like, whoa, man. And he said, who are you? He didn't know who it was. And he says, I am Jesus, and you have been upsetting all my friends. And I'm not happy about that. Why?
Jesus is a nice guy, him.
Yeah. He says, look, why have you been hurting my friends? So
Was it the friends of Jesus that Paul fell on?
He just fell on the ground. There was no Christians around because wherever Paul was, they were hiding, weren't they? They wouldn't have showed their face because Paul wasn't very nice, was he?
That makes sense, that.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So he's obviously with his friends who aren't Christians. And anyway, so this voice, who is Jesus, says, right, you go to Damascus and wait there and I'll give you further instructions.
Did he take a taxi?
No. Well, what happened was he opened his eyes and he couldn't see. So this light had blinded him. He was blinded by the light.
That's not good.
Not good, no, couldn't see a thing, which was a bit worrying. But his friends helped him to get up and get over to Damascus. That was good, wasn't it? He had some help from his friends.
Good to have friends.
It is, isn't it?
Or a guide dog.
Yeah, a guide dog would do. Yeah, they help people who can't see, don't they? That's really good.
Them friendly dogs, them.
They are. They're lovely dogs. Well, he had his friends to help him, got to Damascus, and he waited there. And he was actually blind for 3 whole days. 3 days.
Good job we were all 4 because I can't count to 4. I can only count to 3. 1, 2, 3.
3 days. And also, he didn't eat or drink for those 3 days because I think he was in shock.
Yeah, well.
He didn't eat or drink.
I can't go more than an hour without some food.
I know. 3 days without food, without drink. Oh, imagine it. Well,
I'd
that's
rather
what.
not.
Rather not. In the meantime, whilst he's there in Damascus waiting for these further instructions from Jesus, there's a guy called Ananias, and he is a Christian. And Jesus says, right, I want you to go to Straight Street.
Next
And
to Curve Street, up the road from Triangle Avenue.
it's a funny name, isn't it? It was just, maybe it was a straight street. And he had to go there. And he said to him, I want you to go and see this guy called Paul, and I want you to touch him and make him better. And then, like,
Was he a doctor?
well, no, he had special powers that Jesus gave him.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a miracle again. You just wait and find out what happens. But do you know what Ananias said? He said to Jesus, hang on a minute.
We're here again, eh? Where you asking me about the story and I don't know what it is.
I know. Well, what happened was Ananias didn't want to go. He says, I've heard about this Paul. I've heard all the terrible things he's done, and I'm a Christian, and I'm a bit worried about this. But Jesus says, no, I want you to go. So he was obedient. He did what Jesus told him to do.
Good man.
And he went all the way to Damascus to see, and Paul was there. And
Did he take a taxi?
I think they always walked everywhere in those days. Either walked, or I don't know if they might have been on a camel, because it was a hot country, so maybe they had camels. But I think he walked, to be honest, so it would have taken a while. He got there and he put his hand on what's his name, Paul, and Paul was instantly healed. Boom, his eyes could see.
Must have had a coffee, that annoys.
He must have had a what?
A coffee like that, Fast Angel.
And then all these like scales fell down in front of Paul's eyes, and he could, weird.
That's
isn't
a bit odd.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? And then his eyes could see again, which was amazing. So yeah, Ananias was very brave to go and see this man who wasn't a very nice person, but he became blind and saw again, and basically he became a friend of Jesus. He became a friend of Ananias. He became a Christian.
That's cool, that.
Yeah, so he was a nice person, and he was friends.
And he had a dog.
And I don't know if they had dogs back then.
Just
They
add
didn't
into the
mention a
story.
dog. But yeah, imagine that. So one time he was really horrible, and then he has this big light, a voice from Jesus, and he becomes a nice person. And he's being friend. What are you
I don't
looking
want to
for?
change my name. I like Dave.
You don't want to change your name? No.
I don't want to be naughty and have lights.
Lights? No. That sounds a bit scary, doesn't it? But it doesn't say that Paul was scared. It just it was just, I don't know. It doesn't say much about it. I guess he must have been scared, mustn't he? Yeah.
I would have thought so.
I would have thought so. So what do you think of that then? Paul, 1 minute, well, not 1 minute, 3 days it took. One day he's a horrible person.
2, 3.
That's it. And 3 days later he's a
I
nice
thought you were
person.
setting me up to count again.
What do you think of that story then, Dave?
Don't know what to think.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's 1 minute. People can change though, can't they? Have you got friends who've changed?
Ah,
Who?
my mate changes his hat every morning.
He wears a hat, does he?
And he changes his hat. He's a different dog.
Does he look different, does he? Does he act different
Yes.
when he's got a different hat on? Actually, funny you should say that, because hats do change people, don't they? If you had a police hat on, you'd be a policeman, wouldn't you? And if you had
He has a policeman's hat.
Does he act like a policeman?
Ah.
Police
And then he
dog-
puts on
police
a
dog.
baseball cap sideways.
Does he look cool?
No. Doesn't his policeman's hat?
Does he?
He's a police
Oh.
dog.
Is he all authoritative? Like all tells you what to do?
Oh, well, he's a police dog.
Oh, he is a police dog
He's
for
a bit
real.
bossy.
Bossy. Ah. Do you do what he tells you to do?
Yes. Got teeth in the bark.
Oh, right.
His
okay.
bite's worse than his bark.
Brilliant. Sounds like you've got some great friends. Just like Paul now has got some great friends. Well, thank you for joining us, Dave. See you next time, yeah?
Oh, to roll a bit.
Bye for now. And that's story time.
There you go. The ever joyful Dave.
Yeah.
Counting to 3. So we're going to move on now to song time. And today in song time, we've got a couple of songs for you. So make some space so you can't hurt anybody, because that's not a good thing. And we've got Head, Shoulders, Knees and Toes, so you can get your groove on. And then we've got, of course, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, which actually is quite a bright star, really. If it's a star, it wouldn't be a little star, would it? Stars are kind of bright. Anyway, song time. shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, heads, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and mouth and ears and nose, heads, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and mouth and ears and nose, shoulders, knees and toes, 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 and eyes and mouth and ears and nose, knees and toes, knees and toes, and toes, and toes, and toes, and toes, and eyes and mouth and ears and nose, and toes, and toes, and eyes and mouth and ears and nose, and twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. When the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon, then you show your little light. Twinkle, twinkle, all the night. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Then the traveller in the dark thanks you for your tiny spark. He could not see which way to go if you did not twinkle so. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
We just had to have Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star with all this talk of light. That was lovely.
And Christmas.
And Christmas.
Which is obviously next week if you look at the shops.
Well, talking about Christmas, we're going to do some finger painting for our art project. And actually, it looks a little bit like Christmas lights.
It does.
Have a look at this. For art time today, we're making a light picture. As you can see, it's a picture of lights, coloured lights, and we're going to use finger painting. So you need a white piece of paper, a pen to draw the line for the lights, and whatever colour paints you've got around. Now I have yellow, green, blue and red, and I wanted more colours, so I mixed some colours, red and, was it blue, I think? No, red and yellow to make orange, and then sort of a purple colour was with blue and red. But whatever colours you've got, and you start by writing just like a little squiggle, if you like that, whatever way you like. And this is the fun part. This is where we put the paint on to make the lights. And we can use different fingers so we don't mix up the colours, but if you want to mix up the colours, that's fine too. I'm going to go one by one with my different colours, like that. I'm going to put spaces in between mine so I can see that they're different lights. And I think, I've run out of fingers on that hand, so I'm going to use a different hand, my orange and my purple. Oh, nearly mixed it up, but I don't think it really matters. Lots of fun. I think I've got enough paint to go back around. Yep, like that. But the great thing about this painting is you'll definitely know it's yours because you're using fingerprints. And we all have individual fingerprints. So it would definitely be a unique picture. Because you can just about see my fingerprints through it. Really cool. It's even better than a signature. Might have a bit more paint now. And you just keep going until you finish the line. So you can have as many colour paints as you want. And as dark and as light. I don't know if you've ever done finger painting before, but I haven't done it for a while, but I've forgotten how much fun it is. Whoops. And I have an orange one there. And you just keep going. I think I need a bit more orange. Yeah, orange. A bit of blue. Some yellow. I haven't done yellow for a while. We've almost come to the end there. Blue again. I had blue before, but never mind. Go in order, or just go random like I'm going. Green there. One more orange right at the end. There we go. A light picture.
There you go. Super simple art time with JoJo.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that one.
That
was really good. So we've come to the end of Little Blessings Online. We've come to the end of this season as well. Little Blessings won't be back now until next year.
No,
but worry not, we have much more.
Much more, yeah.
Coming your way.
Absolutely. But our next thing that we're going to be doing is light party. So obviously we've just done a lot of lights to get you in the mood. And that's a few weeks away, the end of October, 31st of October every year. We're going to have a light party for you. So look out for that one. And then in December, we've got Christingle. If you don't know what that is, come onto our website. We tell you a bit more about that. And obviously, and some crafty Christmas. We did that last year. Lots of different crafts that you can do over the Christmas period. Maybe make it into a Christmas present or something like that. But yeah, some good things coming up. So although Little Blessings is not back until next year, we've got other things going on, haven't we?
And then in the new year, when we come back with Little Blessings for the spring, you will find Dave the dog is still there.
Yay.
And we've got a brand new story time.
Ooh.
We're going to add in as well.
Yeah.
Which we're working on, which is we're very excited about that.
Yeah.
So we're collecting all the pieces.
Yeah, fantastic.
I'll say no more than that.
Yeah.
However, that's coming up in the new year.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to miss anything we're doing, if you want to be reminded of what's coming up that might be interest to you, go back onto the website, subscribe to our website, but you can subscribe to the newsletter now.
Yeah.
That's brand new. So subscribe to the newsletter and you won't miss anything. And then every month we'll make sure you know what you've missed and what's coming up, which is very exciting. And the last thing we're going to plug is Marriage Matters, which we've been doing, which is for kind of mums and dads, really. But it's about encouraging mums and dads and people who want to get married and are married, and it's really cool. We're enjoying doing that. So that's a me and Joe thing, slightly more mature. We don't do silly things with lights. Okay, so there's a lot more laughter, but hey, it's fine. So thanks for joining us this week. We will see you again really soon. Light party Thursday, 1st of October, and you've got Christingle, and you've got Crafty Christmas, and we're back in the new year. Loads coming up.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
There are loads of ways to keep in touch with the Berry Bunch. Visit our website and make sure you sign up to the blog and get notified on all our videos, posts, exciting news and seasonal events. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get told when we post brand new video resources. Take a look over Ding Dash, a fabulous place that connects people from all over the world. Like us on Facebook, where we hang out and post extra stuff to encourage and inspire you. We're on Instagram too and share extra photos when we're out and about. And if you're enjoying, using or sharing what we do, visit us over on Patreon and you can become part of the extended Berry Bunch family by supporting us with the cost of all we do.